Welcome to another Should Start Sunday with my new to me 1965 Allis-Chalmers Big Ten. Went and bought this yesterday after a swap meet. Had a bunch of other stuff going on yesterday and today, so I'm just now getting to it. Pulled it out of the trailer just now. I didn't show airing up the tires. You can see that one's got a little bit of a tumor. I didn't film that because, well, you know what? I actually did film putting air in the tires because, who doesn't, I guess, right? Fucking damn valves, there we go. Welcome to my camper, also known as my lawnmower hauler, sometimes animal hauler. Yep, okay. Ooh, while I'm in here, try filling up my new $9 air tank. That, I don't know, the bottom doesn't look that bad. So it's be closed to fill it. Let's get this other tire filled up. I'll wait for that to come back up. That one's also in a bad spot. Damn it. That one's about to explode in my face. There it goes. Oh, it's gonna do it. Well, anyway, let's walk around the old girl and see what we got going on. It looks pretty complete, if I'm honest. The old boy did show me this, that the muffler's no good, but those are a couple bucks at the Rural King. That's not, I wouldn't even worry about that. It's got the starter generator. That thing's important. Expensive is the, I guess the word I was looking for there. I have to figure and think and remember if these are positive or negative ground before I go twirling on anything, because this has got both black battery cables, so which one's which? Nobody knows. Burn the rig down. Well, I hope that voltage regulator still works. Those are expensive too. Well, he also did show me this will be an opportunity. It's hard to get this out one-handed. The fuel tank leaks profusely, so yeah, we'll fix that. The choke cable's stuck. Those are cheap too. But the most important part, it's got the high-low sticker there. Like it's got, I know these had a high-low gearbox, but I don't think this one has it. I'll have to do some research and see what those look like. I've had a few of these, but it's been a while, and I don't think I've ever actually encountered one that had the high-low drive. But I did get the rototiller with this, and that'll be handy. If it does have, or would have the high-low drive, that would be nice for that rototiller. But, you know, the bevel gearbox there, that guy seems to be good, and that's the important part. You can hear the motor spinning. That's all good. Even feels like it's got compression, so she'll probably even run tonight. Yep, there's the serial number tag. And what is this? Manufactured under patents. Wow, that's a little sticker that I'm kind of surprised that that's still there. This is actually in pretty fairly decent shape. It's a little crusty, but a lot of the warning decals, oh, look at that. Built to Allis-Chalmers specifications. So this is very likely the same motor that was built into this rig, you know. Well, do the math. 85, 95, 05, 15, 25.
How dumb are you?
15, 25. Oh yes, 58, 59 years ago. So, well, that's awful cool. Nice mouse house in there. I'll have to dig that out with something. Screwdriver and pokey bit. Missing the side panel too. But I'm not worried about that. This isn't really... It might become showier someday, but this is my... for right now, this is going to be my lawnmower. I need something better to mow the grass with. So let's get after it. Let's make a run. Now I am going to skip the whole does it have spark, because this right here is the points, and came to me without the cover. Been like that for a while, it looks like. Yep, those are pretty dirty. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean, and maybe even think about gapping those. Starting with a rectangle of 400, because I really want to take off some material. And I'm just going to make sure they are closed. Yep, that looks like. Yep, that's closed. I'm just going to sand. I have not even the slightest idea if that condenser is any good. One of those is probably a kill wire, which I'm going to want to get disconnected because there is no ignition switch in this. So, you know, don't want that banging around against stuff and making me think parts are bad when I ain't got spark. And it turns out it's all because of that, right? Yeah. So, give me a fresh spot on the 400. It is picking up some material. They're cleaning up though. They'll probably come around. This one will get welded someday this week. While this one, my standby on the dirty shelf forever nurse tank, I don't think it fit actually. You know, that might just fit. Oh no, the valve's in a different spot. That's alright. It'll work well enough just to hear her run. Go take this spark plug out and blow some air over there. Well, that spark plug actually doesn't look terrible. I'm going to leave that out for now. One, so that I can see if it sparks, and two, so that I don't waste a bunch of this battery that I'm borrowing on cranking. Okay, battery is hooked up. Passed the smoke test so far. Alright, starter works. We have a spark. I didn't see that. Get somewhere where I can see it. Not seeing any spark. Oh, those are some pretty crusty bolts. Let's. I can't reach the ground. Let's clean those up a little bit. Yeah, right down into the cylinder. Perfect. We'll just throw it out. Yep. Alright, how about that? Now we got spark. You won't be able to see it on camera, but you'll just have to trust me. It's pretty good spark, actually. So we'll get this plug tightened back in here. Get the fuel system rigged up. You know what? I haven't even looked under this air cleaner to see. Probably gonna want that off anyway. Well, I can tell we're spinning the whole wrong way. Yep. That's fine. Ooh. Dust. Ooh. I suck it in so she doesn't have to. Ugh. Alright. Put that on the list. Okay. Alright, I got the fuel hooked up and turned on. There's not gas running everywhere yet, at least. Let's hit her with some ether and see if she'll make some noise. Throttle up. There we go. If we do, we might just run a compression check. Nope, we don't have spark anymore. What the hell? Definitely good hot spark now. These points are probably still kind of dirty is what's going on, I bet. Round two. Fight. I'm going to say that it appears the float is stuck. So we are into the carburetor. Never mind that we're doing it on top of a microwave. We are into the carburetor, and look at this fartish. Excuse me, allergy season. Oh my. Ugh. Anyway, look at that varnish. Gross. Well, that might be at least a part of why it was flooding like a son of a bitch. Okay, here we go. The gas has been on a minute, and the bottom of the carburetor is not full. We might just have a chance at this thing. Let's find out. I've gone ahead and eBayed up a brand used diff that has fully formed teeth in this general area, and hopefully all the other general areas too. But truth go on ahead and be an infinite spectrum where nobody even knows if they're lying to themselves. I'm impatient, so I got myself a bottle of Lucas Stop Slip. I don't usually like the snake oils for stuff like this, but seeing as it can't hurt anything, I think we'll go ahead and use some of this Stop Slip. Based on the viscosity alone, I believe it'll work. So it's kind of, there's not a good way to pour it in here. So I'm just going to kind of use my hand as a cup to get this lubricant. Yep. Yeah, I mean, for as thick as it is, it flows really good. And look at that. Just work that in there. A bit of room. Yeah, overfilled it a little bit. I'm making a mess. I have to get the floor dry out to dry up all this lubricant that I'm using here. But I think that should fit. Yep. The idea here is that eventually these BBs are going to have to wedge in between all these gear teeth that are really beyond use anyway, right? If you've had all of this, it's probably not tool steel, but it's got to be something that's at least case hardened, right? You've got a bunch of carburized steel floating around in there. It is not going to do well for any of the bearings, any of the gear teeth. Everything is roached in this diff. So all I'm doing is making it live just another, lap around the yard. Forgot to put the snapper in. That could be important to not screwing up things that I didn't buy on eBay. So, with that, there was a shim here too. Yep, that's inside. Clear. And this guy goes like here. It's a little sticky. The end of these shafts always get a little banged up. And just like that, I have limited the slip, hopefully, of the unlimited slip differential. Get on there, you. Well, this right here, right there, rubs. So I guess I just need to So I also happened to get this nice air hammer. It's hard to do this with one hand. Got this air hammer at the swap meet too. I'm fixing to take the exhaust off of here. So I'm just gonna skip straight to the point. Get in there somewhere I can really. What? Well, I don't get to use my new air hammer. Damn it. Just want you all to see, I've actually been mowing with this like this already a bit. You can see about half of that idler pulley is missing. And even when it's engaged, that is entirely the wrong belt. And yet, the other one just refuses to mow with that going on. This one happy as can be. Unlike this stupid piece of shit, you reward it with a good fresh engine, spend a couple $100 and a new piston and rod and all that, and getting the crankshaft ground, and it just won't keep the freaking belt on. So it's lost the right to these nice bar traction tires. It is getting Goodyears though. Here they both are on camera. I am actually changing out the differential assembly. There's the difference in teeth that these guys have. Also, you can see all the little embedded BBs in the teeth. That actually did work eventually, but what sucks about these, you can see this one is smooth faced and this one has these two extra bolts. And what these are, you might be able to see up in there. There's a nylon plug up against each of those. And the idea is you tighten that bolt down, the nylon gets hot and grabs onto the other axle and acts like a limited slip. And this one doesn't have that. So it'll truly be an open differential, but I don't know, I've always kind of wondered how well the nylon plug limited slip really works anyway. So I've got the rototiller attachment on here now too. That thing's pretty slick, by the way. It works really well. Pretty neat attachment. And that's another thing about the Cub Cadets, is they didn't have this many attachments like this. I didn't record any of that, making the tiller all hooked up and making it all work. It's actually not really done. I need to do a little bit more fabrication and sourcing some more parts for it, but I did end up making it work by I had to make this lift part that was missing on the tractor, and I could have bought one, but I don't know, kind of like making this stuff, and so I decided to make it. Maybe even a little bit of a redesign, or whatever. And all this mule drive, I had to make this part that the engagement lever goes into. Had to make a spacer and a bushing for that idler pulley. But now the whole thing works all right. Up is in, engaged. You can see that little idler pulley down there. Will kind of drop when that's disengaged. It doesn't really disengage, but these are definitely not factory size belts or anything. Otherwise, she seems to be doing okay. Well, as you can see, I don't think the smoke is going to clean up. It's actually probably should be smoking more, but it's probably low on oil because I have been using it for the last few days and it burns a lot. But otherwise, I'm going to keep using it until either something bad happens to the motor or until I either rebuild it or I've got some ideas. I'm working on lining up maybe a diesel swap for this because, why not? I have a whole fleet of diesel swap things, including we've got plans. We're thinking about this being painted up to match the old 66 over there. Pretty much same year. Do the whole Galaxy theme to this and to the 66, so it's a kind of a matched pair, same year and all that. And they will both be diesel swap too, so I'm pretty hard leaning that direction. But I think I'm going to call it for this video. Remember to do the like and subscribe and comment and all that good stuff. I don't make any money off of these. I really don't aspire to. It's unlikely that I ever will, but you can help with that like and subscribe and get the notifications and all that. With that, I'm going to call it a day. Go get the mail. You can hear that grumbling going by. And see you on the next one.